Hello guys, this is Becca, and I am here for Rocking with Becca. If you're new to my channel, Rocking with Becca is a series of videos I do on Saturdays where I'm in my nursery sitting in my rocking chair rocking a baby, and we just chat. So that's what we're doing today. In our chats, I share with you the baby of the day. I do a shout out for a channel that's under 1,000 subscribers, and then we do our topic. Lately, I have also at the end of the video been doing a theme, a collab with Leisha at Binkies and Blankies Nursery. She does what she calls hashtag small dolls and stuffy Saturday, and I've been doing that, but we're gonna pass on that today. If you're new to my channel, these Rockin' with Becca videos, I usually try to give you a little update on myself and my health. They're kind of lengthy videos, and yeah, you get a chance to, find out a little bit more about me. So I also suggest you take this moment to pause the video, go grab you a cup of coffee or iced tea or a soda, whatever you want to drink. Sit back and relax, and let's just visit for a little while. I pause, here and there throughout the video to take a sip of my coffee. I always like to have a hot cup of coffee. I love my coffee hot, unless I'm drinking iced coffee. But when I'm drinking hot coffee, I want it hot. And so I will be pausing occasionally because I don't want my coffee to get cold on me. So I will be pausing occasionally to take a sip of coffee. Also, I do a lot of yawning. I do a lot of yawning. It's not necessarily that I am sleeping. One of my doctors told me that one of my medications can cause that. But I have just recently, or just now really, linked it with the fact that I feel exhausted. Now, to me, feeling exhausted and feeling sleepy is two different things. When I feel exhausted, I can't necessarily go to sleep. I've always had trouble going to sleep. I've always been a night owl and like to stay up late and then sleep late the next morning. Of course, with my husband working the way he does, I had to kind of work around that. Although I still always am up late, I get up with him and then I lay back down in the morning times after he leaves. But on days, he is now semi-retired, and on the days he don't go into work, I sleep straight through for a good 7 to 8 hours. And there's no reason for me to be sleepy except for my health reasons. I'm not really sleepy right now. I just feel exhausted. I had a very big, stressful day yesterday, anxiety-filled day. A lot took place yesterday that worked on my anxiety, and so today I'm suffering for it. Not only did I suffer yesterday, but I'm suffering today trying to recoup from it. But before we get into all of that, I want to share with you the baby of the day. I have a baby here that is new to my nursery that I have not shared with you. I did not do a box opening. I purchased this baby, or adopted this baby, I'm going to say, off of Amazon. She is beautiful. And she is a kit you will know when I turn her around. This here is her little, it says Certificate of Birth and Authenticity. You know how that goes. This is from Heaven's Babies off of Amazon. That's her little birth certificate. So, I want to say before I turn her around, on my dog giveaway, Paradise Galleries dog giveaway video, I was sharing the summer strawberry with you just for you to look at while I was doing the video. I called her Felicia Ann. She is not Felicia Ann. She is Cindy, and I can't remember what her middle name is. This baby is Felicia Ann. I had just got this baby in, had named her, and got their names in my mind, got it all mixed up, and I called her Felicia Ann, and she's not Felicia Ann. The summer strawberry from Paradise Galleries is Cindy, and I can't remember what her middle name is. Can't remember. But this baby is Felicia Ann. So I will turn her around in a minute or so, and show you who she is. I received her on, excuse me, the 3rd of June. So just 2 or 3 days ago. She's 2 pounds and 4 ounces. She's 18 inches long. I named her Felicia Ann, and I got her from Amazon, from Baby Doll is the name of it. Baby Doll Heaven's Baby is on the certificate. And you, I'm sure, will know the kit when I turn her around. The kit that she represents. And I love this little girl. She's blonde haired and kind of a grayish blue eyes. She's just adorable, and I just love her. I put powder all over her, and she just smells so sweet, so baby-like. She's just adorable. Okay, I'll turn her around. Give me a minute. I will turn her around. Hang on. Just hang on. Okay, here's my Felicia. Woohoo! Look at my baby. Look at Mama's sweet baby. Her reminds me of little Pebbles from the Flintstones. If her hair was red, she would look like, she would, be like Pebbles. But there is my little Felicia. And she is the Saskia kit. Her is the Saskia kit, and her smells so good. Her smells so good, yes. Oh, her smells so good. I just love this little girl. Guys, I have a problem. I have a problem. I'm addicted to dolls. I am addicted to dolls. I have a problem. I cannot seem to stop buying dolls. And every one of them are so special to me. Whether they're just a plain old children's baby doll, or whether they're an authentic reborn. I love my dolls. I've got a problem. I do. I have a problem. And I don't know what to do about it. To be honest, I don't want to do anything about it, except for just keep buying dolls. I know. I've got a problem. But every baby I have, when I pick it up, and it takes me so long to get to each one, because I rotate them, and I have so many, it takes me so long to get back to that first one. But I love every baby I have. And when I pick it up, and I snuggle it, and I rock it, and I change its clothes, I love it. I just feel like it's just the best baby. And I feel that way about every one of them. When it's their day, I feel like you are just the best. Then the next day, the next baby I have, you are just the best. I just love them all. I have some that are really, looks like, you know, a children's toy doll. I have some that looks really, really, really realistic. And I have a lot in between. But every one of them, when it's their day, they are just so special. They're just awesome. They all have their own little unique awesomeness. That's all I can say. They just all have their own little unique awesomeness. They do. And I love them. Love them, love them. Okay, so that's enough of my addiction. That's enough about my addiction. I enjoy my addiction. I am definitely addicted to dolls. And addicted to buying new dolls. But I enjoy every minute of it. I enjoy every minute of it. Alright, so that is our baby of the day. Look at that little foot she's sticking up there. Look at that little foot she's sticking up there now. Now. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's get to our shout out. That's our baby of the day. Every Saturday in Rockin' with Becca, I try to give a shout out to a channel that's under 1,000 subscribers, because I remember how when I was under 1,000 subscribers that I would wish the bigger channels would give me a shout out. I felt like, oh, if they would give me a shout out, I would, you know, get a few more subscribers. But anyway, I'm wanting to help those that are under 1,000 subscribers. So our shout out for today, her channel name is Carla's Bunny Trail. You may already know about her. You may already be subscribed. But if you are not, I would love for you to go over and check out her channel and see if she's a channel that you would like to watch, and subscribe to her. When I checked this morning before I started this video, she had 790 subscribers. So let's see how close to 1,000 we can get her today. Let's go and check out Carla's Bunny Trail. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to her and give her some YouTube love. And let's see how close to 1,000 subscribers we can get her today. So I will have her link in the title of this video, so you can just click on it and go to her channel. Okay, so that is that. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of update about my day yesterday and what I was talking about. I said something in the video that I did yesterday, one of the videos I did yesterday. I said something about that we would talk about it today. Well, if you've been following me, you know that I have diabetes, and my doctor's been trying to get it regulated. I am on 4 pills that I take by mouth, 4 different pills, but one of those pills I take multiples of. I take them 3 times a day, and then another one I take just 1 time a day, and then another one I take one of those that's the 1 time a day. I take one in the morning and one at night. The ones that I take multiple of, I take, you know, morning, noon, and night. She can't, you know, the pills, everything she's given me, my sugar has not come down. Every now and then I'll have a day that it'll be under 200. But the majority of the time it's above 200. I do my best to eat right. I really don't know what else I could do, you know. And I'm human, you know. I like to every now and then have a piece of pizza. I don't do it very often. I like to every now and then have an ice cream. I don't do it very often. The sweets, the majority of the sweets I eat are 0 sugar sweets, you know, cookies. And I usually just eat those at night after supper. And when we get settled down, we get us a cup of coffee and we have a little snack. And it's usually my 0 sugar cookies that I eat. I hardly ever eat rice or potatoes or, you know, all these things, that the starchy foods that they say runs your sugar up. I hardly ever eat that. I mainly eat meats and vegetables. I really don't know what else in the eating habits that I could change to cause my sugar, you know, to go down. I don't know. I've done all I know to do. And so, like I said, she's put me on all of the pills by mouth that she can give me. And so we've decided that I would go on insulin. And so I'm thinking that when I go on insulin, I won't be taking the pills by mouth anymore. So I get there and ask them about it, and no, I still have to take the pills by mouth as well as the insulin. So I had to go in yesterday and see. I did not want to go on insulin. To me, that was a sign that my sugar was really out of hand, that it was dangerous, you know, and it really bothered me to have to go on insulin, as well as I was scared to give myself a shot. It really had my anxiety peaked. If you've been around very long, you know I have anxiety bad. I have social anxiety. I have just anxiety for leaving my house. And I don't go anywhere that I don't have to go. I stay home the majority of the time. And anytime I have to go out to a doctor's visit or anything, it causes my anxiety, causes anxiety for me to have to leave the house. So with the anxiety of having to leave the house, plus the anxiety of my diabetes situation, the fear of giving myself a shot, all these things combined, I did not sleep hardly at all Thursday night. I take something to help me sleep, but it doesn't knock me out. It just helps me to sleep. And so if my anxiety is bad, even though I've taken that, it messes up my sleep. I can't go to sleep if my anxiety is really, really bad. Well, I was so worked up over all this that I hardly slept at all Thursday night. I was up before the clock went off, I do believe. It was horrible. It was horrible. So I went on in. My appointment was at 10 o'clock yesterday. I went on in. She, trained me. I had to give myself a shot there in front of her. She trained me, showed me how to do it, what I needed to do, and all this kind of stuff. And I asked her then, do I still take the pills along with insulin? She said, yes. As bad as mine is, and the pills not getting it under control, she wants me to continue on the pills as well as take the insulin. And we're going to see how I tolerate the insulin, how it works for me. My next step, I'm sure, if she can't get it down with the insulin, I'm sure my next step, because she mentioned it, she gave me a choice when we was communicating back and forth through email. She gave me a choice of going to a specialist or going on insulin, because I told her I did not, I had already told her before I did not want to go on insulin. So she gave me the choice of going to a specialist or to go on insulin. And to go to a specialist, the closest specialist to me would be an hour away. That would be another outing day of having to go out. And so naturally my choice was to go on insulin. I know I've only had one shot, but I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, before I went to the doctor yesterday, I took my sugar and it was 225. 225. I ate good, I thought, all yesterday. Ate really good. Could be my anxiety. I don't know if that affects your sugar or not, but anyway, several other things happened yesterday along with me having to go to the doctor and deal with getting on insulin and all that. A couple of other things took place yesterday that caused my anxiety to rage, and I won't go into all of that. But all that being said, I am just totally exhausted. So I got up this morning. Like I said, I slept a good 7 or 8 hours. I can't remember now. I think it was more like 8 hours I slept last night. Slept good. Of course, I was exhausted from the outing and the anxiety Friday, and not sleeping well Thursday night. So, I took my medicine that helps me relax, and I went to bed, went right off to sleep. Didn't wake up that I remember until about 6 o'clock this morning. I had to go to the restroom. So I got up and went to the restroom. I laid back down and didn't wake up until 8 o'clock or somewhere there roundabout. So I had a good 8 hours sleep because we went to bed before 12 last night. So if you sleep from 12 to 8, you've had 8 hours sleep. So I had a good, I rested good. I feel like I've rested good. I felt like I slept well. I don't feel that old dazed feeling you feel when you don't get enough of sleep. But yet, my body and my mind is exhausted from all of the anxiety that I went through. Nobody knows what a person with anxiety goes through unless you have it yourself. You can't, you can't, it's not a sickness that you can really see unless the person is an expressive. My husband's always told me I have an expressive face. Sometimes they don't know how to read my face. They read it one way when it's not that way at all. But I do tend to scrunch my mouth, my eyes. I guess if I'm thinking or whatever, or I'm upset or I'm anxious, I'm sure there's some kind of expression on my face because my husband has always told me I had an expressive face. So some people can hide it. Some people, you never know they're going through anything inside them. Anxiety is a disease that most of the time is suffered alone because people don't understand it and don't realize and can't see a physical sickness, just like fibromyalgia and, different diseases that you have that people never realize just what you are going through because they can't really see it. It's not like you're sick, like with a fever or throwing up or, it's more on the inside of you and people never see what you're going through. But I am totally exhausted today, and that's why I'm not going to do the small dolls and stuffy Saturday today. I just wasn't into it. I just don't feel good. I'm probably just going to sit back in my chair most of the day and read and relax and see if I can get over this exhaustion. But when you have fibromyalgia, there's a lot of things that it affects, and it causes, because it's a nerve situation, it causes anxiety and depression and a lot of other symptoms, a lot of other things that fibro affects in your body, and which I have all my life did not know that, did not know what to call it, didn't know what was wrong with me, but all my life I've had anxiety and social anxiety and was pushed to go on and do, and rightfully so at that point in my life. I was young. There was no need for me to sit at home and twiddle my thumbs, but I've always had trouble meeting people and talking with people. I've always said I was a shy person until you get to know me, or until I get to know you, I guess I would say. Then once I get to know you, then I can talk, and enjoy your company, or back in the day. But I didn't know what to call it. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I just know that, I just knew that I had a horrible time trying to meet people and get to know people and make friends, and I was pushed into situations that brought me great anxiety, social situations that I had to go and attend and do, And I lived my whole life in misery, not really knowing what was wrong or how to deal with it. Didn't, you know, if you don't know what's wrong with you, or don't know that there is something wrong with you, you don't know how to even get some help to help you. You don't know you need help, you know. You just wonder why can't I talk with people? Why can't I feel comfortable? I've always felt more in a crowd, and I still do. I've always felt more like I was a kid in the crowd instead of one of the adults. And I always felt like what I said was stupid or didn't make sense or didn't contribute to the conversation. So I would just sit there, you know, when I would be in a crowd and just sit and listen to everybody else and feel intimidated. And I've always felt that way all my life. But now that I'm at the age I am, and I've been through my younger years, I'm elderly now, I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's I'm going to stay at home to myself unless it's a doctor's visit or something that I just feel like I have to go do. I'm going to stay at home. But all that being said, I am pretty exhausted today. Got up and took my sugar this morning. And you remember I told you it was 2:25 yesterday morning. I took my insulin shot yesterday at the doctor. Took all my pills yesterday for my sugar. Got up this morning, took my sugar. It was 230. After taking the insulin shot along with my pill, it was 230. And so I just after I seen the reading, I just put my head down. It was just like, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? But, you know, I had to tell myself, well, you've only had one shot. You're going to have to give it time. She may have to adjust the amount. Just hold on. Just hold on. Don't get all worked up over it. Just hold on. I had to talk to myself because it really bothered me that it was higher this morning than it was yesterday morning. Really, really bothered me. So, I just wasn't in the mood to, you know, do much of anything today. So I'm going to sit back in my chair. I'm going to get my book, get me some water in my cup. I'm still drinking on my coffee here. I don't want it to get too cold. It's already lukewarm. And I love my coffee hot. But all of that being said, I am going to relax today. I'm just going to relax. I'm probably not going to do anything in my craft room. I've done this video, and it's a possibility I will have another video going up on the dog channel later this afternoon. We'll just have to see on that. But the majority of my day, I am just going to sit back, relax, read, watch videos, try to get my body back to some kind of my normal anyway. Try to get rid of some of this exhaustion. Because when I get really worked up with anxiety, it just leaves me for a few days. It just leaves me totally exhausted. So, get down, Mason. Mama's doing a video. So, all that being said, I didn't realize I was going to take so long on that, but I did. And that's okay. As I said at the beginning, this video, Rocking with Becca, is usually long, so. Alright, I'm not going to, as far as the topic today, I don't have anything deep and anything like that to talk on. And this idea came to me yesterday. when I was watching a video and something someone done kind of irked me. Now, I'm going to explain myself. For the topic today is, what is your pet peeve in the doll hobby? What is it in the doll hobby that really irks you when somebody does it? Okay, for an explanation of what I'm talking about, I have jotted down 3 things that when I see someone do it, I think, don't do that. Don't do that. And I guess it's my pet peeve. It just really bothers me when someone does it. Okay? And I want you, if you don't mind, to comment below and tell me what your pet peeves are that's, in the doll hobby. What is it that really irks you when someone does it? If you would like to do a video, instead of commenting in the comments below, please tag me. So maybe YouTube will let me know that you did the video. Hopefully. Excuse me, guys. Hopefully, YouTube will give me notifications. They don't do it too well. very, very often. Sorry, guys. I am so sorry. I've ate breakfast, I'm drinking coffee, and I'm rocking. Excuse me, all that together is not a good combination. Might be good for my body, but it's not a good combination. All that air is coming up and I'm burping. So sorry. Hey, this is the real me. You don't have a fake Becca. This is the real me. You see the real me. Okay, so the first pet peeve I have that really upsets me when I see someone doing it is when they set a sleeping baby up like it's awake. I don't know why, but that is one of my pet peeves. I just do not like it. I think, don't do that. That baby's asleep. Lay it down. I know these are dolls. I know these are dolls. But that is something that really bothers me. I don't even, as you can see behind me, I put my babies on shelves. And even up on the shelves for storage, I will not set a baby that has closed eyes. I won't set it up in the setting position. That bothers me. That is one of my pet peeves. Number 2 that I wrote down is kind of just throwing the doll around. Again, I know they're dolls. They're not real babies. But when I see a person changing a baby and and I'm not even going to do her for illustration, but they just take it and flop it down, or they just hold it by the arm, or they just, kind of in a throwing it down situation. Not that they're mad. To them, it's just a doll. They just don't, they don't treat it, lay it down easily like they would a human baby. That is a pet peeve. I cannot stand that. When I see that in a video, it just, I just want to scream. I want to comment. Don't treat that baby like that. Be gentle. Lay it down gently. Hold its head. Don't just hold it by under its arm like that and just plop it down. That's a pet peeve of mine. It may not bother you. It bothers me. It really bothers me. Another thing that I can't stand, this is the third one that I wrote down, and the last one. I'm sure if I had took time to think, I probably have more. But that was just the ones that instantly came to mind yesterday. I can't. I have arthritis. I can't snap my fingers anymore. My thumb is so sore this morning. So I just go like I'm going to snap them. But anyway, these three is just some that come instantly to mind. When I was watching that video and I thought, oh, don't do that baby that way. And I said, that's what I'll talk about on Rockin' Rebecca. And I got my paper and I jotted it down. What are your pet peeves? And I just put down these three that just instantly popped to mind. And I didn't really think on it anymore I'm sure I probably could come up with more. But the third one is when someone takes their baby, and I'm not going to do it because I can't stand it, and they put their hand at their neck and they just hold it up at their neck. I can't stand that. I'm thinking, treat that baby like it's real. Because I know it's a doll. I know it can't feel. I know it's not human. I know you're not going to break its neck or choke it, or, it's a vinyl doll or silicone, whatever you have. But to see someone hold that doll by its neck is something that just really bothers me. Really, really bothers me. So, that is my three top pet peeves, because that was three that instantly came to mind. So that is my three top pet peeves about the doll hobby that I see people do in the doll hobby. I would love to see, I would love to know if you have any pet peeves. If there's anything that really bothers you that someone does in the doll hobby, I'd love for you to comment below or do a video, like I said. Tag me in it. Maybe YouTube will give me the notification where I can go see your video. If I don't comment on your video, come back to this video and comment that you've done a video, and I'll be sure to go watch it, because I'd love to hear what you have to say, or read what you have to say, whichever you choose to do. If there's any pet peeves you have, things that people do in the doll hobby. So guys, this video is not quite as long. It's long. Don't get me wrong, it's long. It's considered long. It's going to be at least 45 minutes or over, a little bit over. But at least it's not an hour. I'm just not feeling well today. At this point in the video, normally I would start showing the small doll and stuffies, but I'm just not up to it today. I do want to say thank you so much for stopping by, for watching my videos. Thank you for every time you hit that like button. Thank you for subscribing. That means the world to me. That, that you care enough about my videos, that you will subscribe to me, that you will hit that like button, that you will comment. All of that means a whole lot to me, and I really, really appreciate every one of you. And because of that, I have reached, as of this morning, over 3,000. I think it was 3,007, if I'm not mistaken, subscribers. I think that's what it was when I looked. Thank you so much, every one of you that has subscribed to me. If you've been keeping up with my videos, you know I have a Paradise Galleries doll giveaway in honor to celebrate me reaching 3,000 subscribers. If you haven't entered for the giveaway, go to yesterday's video. I think it's June the 7th. I don't remember what date it is, but go to yesterday's video. In the title says Paradise Galleries giveaway. Go there to enter. I have all of the requirements written in the description of the video. If you are in the US, UK, or Canada, you can enter this giveaway. So go watch that video and enter if you haven't yet. If you're, in the eligible countries. So, yeah. I just really appreciate every one of you. And, I really don't know where I was going and what I was going to say. I thought I had something in mind that I wanted something else to say, but it's gone. Whatever it was, it's gone. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here, guys. Like I said, I love y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And, like I said, possibility there'll be another video later this afternoon. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm going to go sit back and try to get my body to relax and get rested up and back to my norm. So, all right, I'm going to let you go. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.